come to realise, yep, I have a problem. Good afternoon everyone and welcome to day 136. Mileage right now is 16,103. Today is a quick test of my Goodwood setup. Before I get into that though, I've realised I have a bit of a problem, and that quite simply is that I can't stop driving this thing. The way it delivers its power is addictive. The noise is addictive. The rear wheel drive balance is addictive. It's such a great package. It's at the kind of the upper end of that perfect band of performance. You know, it's not slow, it's certainly not slow, but it's not so fast that you can't just ring it right out. In 136 days of owning this, I have done 6,000 miles now. In the last 136 days that I owned my Focus RS, I did 4,500. 1,500 miles more I've driven in this. What does that tell you? There are two factors at play. The first is that this car hasn't spent any time at all at the dealership being repaired. And the second reason is that I just absolutely love driving it. I know some will struggle with that fact, but at every single opportunity I'm out driving this. Like today, I'm not going anywhere in particular, I'm driving it because I enjoy driving it. 1,500 miles more just for fun. That says a lot. On to my prep for Goodwood. Firstly, this thing hadn't been cleaned since November, so yesterday I gave it a pre-clean clean. It was so filthy, it was long overdue, so all I did this weekend was give it a snow foam. Actually spent a bit of time on the wheels, gave them some love. See? So done the wheels and vacuumed the interior, got rid of a whole winter's worth of muck. It'll get a hand wash and a full going over in the interior and the engine bay as well. The day before Goodwood, I've got the day off, so that's going to be spent, you know, finishing off and just making sure I'm ready for everything. Hate, that's a strong word. I don't use that word very often, if at all really, but I have a newfound and genuine hate for whoever designed the wheels on this thing. That ridge all the way around the outside, just behind the spokes. What's that all about? So they're going to get filthy at Goodwood, but I'll pull them off afterwards, just like I did on the RS, and give the wheels a good going over, bring them back to life. It's also, of course, got clean, fresh oil from the service a couple of weeks ago, and from a couple of weeks ago, 4 brand new Michelin PS4 tyres as well, which, by the way, are fantastic compared to the run flats. The ride is night and day. I never realised how bad run flats were. These feel great, they're grippy and they're progressive. What about the brakes? That's where it all fell apart last time on track in the Focus RS. Now mine are all standard, and looking at them, there looks to be enough material on those pads to get me through a half day at Goodwood. Will I run out of material like I did in the RS? Or what I actually think from testing them out earlier is that the pedal's going to go a bit mushy. So we'll see how the brakes get on. And the cameras I'm going to be running. That one in the corner there, that one there, I've got one on the dials and one down there on the feet. Although I do have a light I'm going to put down there just to make what it can capture a bit more viewable. When I run on track, I run them all powered, so they're all going to be, you know, fed with USB cables running everywhere. They're tethered, so the marshals won't, you know, call a halt and say get that camera out of there, which they've done before. And I've got huge memory cards, so running at 4K, 2.7K and 1080 elsewhere. I mean, those two. I'm not going to run out of memory card space, so as with the Focus RS, I'm going to record every single minute of every single session. If it does go wrong like it did in the RS, you'll get to see it. So what do I think this thing is going to be like on track? I've never driven a powerful rear-wheel drive car on track before. Well, not really. I did back in 2002 drive a car of similar power, less torque, mid-engined. I drove that on track, but I had a chaperone, so I got to drive it fairly hard, but you know what they're like on experience days. The last car I took on track, of course, was my Focus RS, and that was eye-opening. It has so much grip. The brakes are incredible, apart from wearing out, and it has never-ending traction. I'm genuinely nervous. There's no front wheel drive assist in this thing.
You know, as soon as it starts to go wide at the front, the back just starts going loose and comes in and
Look at
pushes it
that!
around.
You feel the back moving all the way.
All I know is I've never been thrown about more in a car in my life before.
Oh, good, I'm glad. The Focus RS is a very hard act to follow, especially with the open rear diff in this thing. I can't wait to find out how good it is and see if anything needs a tweak. 4 days away. Cannot wait. I hope you enjoyed this, found it useful or interesting. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. My next video will be from Goodwood. Can't wait. Thank you very, very much for watching.